Okay, we're setting off on another road trip. This time we're going to go all the way up to Napa Valley. Tonight we're going to stop at Half Moon Bay. We're going to see the famous Maverick surf break. We're going to have Peruvian food. And in Napa, we're going to take the most Napa experience that there is. That's the wine train. More on that later. And then we're going to come back and go to Monterey and then finally back home. So another great road trip. Come on along. Special shout out to our elite group of subscribers. Our trip started with the 6.5-hour scenic drive to Half Moon Bay.
We're on our way to Half Moon Bay, in the car, on the 101.
I'm gonna there.
So we're driving along the Rincon, and we're about to come up, we're turning away from the ocean. So this is, take it in while you can. This is a very pretty spot of beach. It's countryside around us. The freeway's not crowded. Coming up on Santa Maria, and it sounds like I'm cussing in Spanish, but I'm not. And there's a vehicle in the shoulder ahead. Clearly. Santa Maria. Pismo Beach, baby.
The things I have to say that I can put on camera is this is a very enjoyable location. It has ocean views and a point on both sides, I believe.
Monday night, rush hour.
In 1,000 feet, use the right 2 lanes to turn right.
We gotta get out of this place. It's the next thing we do. We made it through Santa Cruz. That is still Pacific Ocean. And we're gonna now make it beeline to Half Moon Bay.
Oh.
It's quite photogenic, isn't it?
That's,
Neat lighting for it. Golden hour, you know.
I know, it's beautiful.
Good job, Kathy. You found the berm that's by Bean Hollow. I think I'm starting to see Half Moon Bay. There's certainly a bay that looks like half a moon. So let's get an unbiased review from these people who are at a Peruvian restaurant in Half Moon Bay. Folks, what do you think?
Well, so far, the chips are excellent and the sparkling water is to die for.
I like the chips.
We have a Pisco flight coming, baby. Woo! And ceviche.
It's not ceviche here. It's
What'd you call her?
She's a bitch.
You can never have too many Pisco sours.
I know, I don't know which one to try first.
I believe this place is a couple of notches above Sucks. At least a couple, maybe a few more.
This is delicious.
Very, 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 very good.
This beast is thirsty. We're at 25 gallons, and it just stopped. Woohoo! What's your review of the press here in Half Moon Bay?
It is most excellent. The coffee is spectacular. The breakfast was actually very good, but I'm eating light. That's why I'm leaving some on my plate, but damn good.
I think it's delicious. We split the breakfast burrito, which was the way to go.
The press. Not the best kept secret because everyone's lining up to get in.
It was delicious. I would come here again. I loved it.
Come one, come all to Mike's famous school of tugboat driving.
Well, this is a small day, according to my sources, but it's a very dangerous surf spot. If you can surf here, you're in the upper tier.
Here we are at Mavericks, one of the famous shore breaks of all California. Does not seem that big from here. Mike scouting Mavericks, ready for his next surf adventure. Oh, wow, that's a big curl.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that looks like pretty decent surfing, actually. Headed for the giant camera now, Camera Obscura. The Sutro Baths, Seal Rocks. Hard to believe this is the heart of San Francisco. The giant camera, Camera Obscura.
Like being in Texas, I'm disappointed because I see it and it looks impressive, and yet it's closed.
What do you think of Seal Rocks?
I think it's amazing, but I don't see any seals. A lot of birds, though.
So these should be just called rock rocks.
Yes, I believe so. The main model.
In Sausalito.
Sausalito, yeah. At the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Very cool.
All the water trickling down into the delta. You're supposed to lick it. It tastes like water.
It's the Bay model. It's very cool. It's big. And they
It's
use
two football fields.
I know, that's crazy. Must have been like a giant Lego set.
A laboratory with the stuff inside. A monument to the feeble people that were working. It's kind of nice that they actually recognize them also.
I got nothing.
What do you think?
I think that looks amazing. I can't wait to dig in. Seems sad to tear down a big tree like that, though. I love Napa. We're not getting a whole lot of my taste.
That's the second biggest fork I've ever seen. Fork made of forks? That's forked up. And as we all know, Napa Valley is very much a spy central. That is why even the CIA has an outpost here. I think there's a spy right now.
Spying on the vegetable garden.
Now, one of the things that makes me sad is when tourists start doing touristy things in Napa. However, we decided not to do something touristy, so today we're going to do what all the locals do. We're going to go on the Napa Valley wine train. That way, everyone will assume we're locals. Of course, when you're waiting for your train, it's obligatory to have the frightened train pictures in front of the posters inside the waiting room. We just keep heading back that way until someone stops us.
Welcome. Happy
Going on the train. We're on the wine train, ready to head out of town. We're in Napa.
Which, by the way, trivia, in Finland, the word NAPA means belly button.
Famous job.
L'Oreal in the sunlight.
Wine train now.
The wine train. Wine on the train. Just a little trivia.
The wine train used to be a Southern Pacific Railroad line, which was taken over from the original guy that built it, went to Calistoga, where he wanted people to go to the town that he had created. However, Southern Pacific took it over and they were actually transferring wine up and down the valley for a while. But in the 1980s, they decided no longer to do that because trucks were a more efficient way in their minds to do so. So, this was taken over by the heir to the Rice-A-Roni fortune, and the townspeople hated it. They didn't like the idea of a train up and down the valley. I get that. But if you got Rice-A-Roni money, you're going to have people drinking up and down the valley. And that's where we're at.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco.
And surprisingly, in Napa, the Rice-A-Roni consumption is low.
So anyway, we've had a really nice lunch.
We have
2 filet mignons, I believe it's pronounced. We had Farniente Chardonnay. We had BV George de Latour Reserve Cabernet and Opus 1 Cabernet. Leaving the wine train. It's very much like leaving an airplane.
right? Yum!
Before leaving Napa Valley, we did a short driving loop up to St. Helena. We have no idea what they're building in this place, but it looks dangerous. Then we ran across a special event, apparently a death-defying Christmas tree made of wine barrels. We even saw that Orange Swift had expanded. We're sad that we didn't get a chance to stop there. If you drive up on Highway 29, make sure that you return on the Silverado Trail. It's very scenic.
But we're leaving Napa, heading towards Monterey. Hopefully you see something scenic along the way.
If you saw our video on our visit to Monterey, you'll recognize our hotel, the Monterey Bay Inn. From its balconies, you get some great wildlife viewing. Watching the otters play in the reef is a great way to unwind. We were even treated to the visit from an osprey, a perfect way to relax before going out to dinner. Leaving Monterey, we decided to do a quick tour of 17 Mile Drive before driving home.
This is Spanish Bay. Apparently in 1706 or somewhere thereabouts, a bunch of Spanish settlers were looking for the inlet of Monterey Bay. and they turned in a little early. So they built a golf course, allegedly.
Yes.
Quite possibly the most strange tee box on the planet. Here's more tees, but these are the forward tees. So this area is known as the Restless Sea. No one knows how it got its name.
I can't imagine either. It looks very calm.
How nice would that be to sit on your deck looking at this? The lone cypress. There are many cypress here. Some of these are the oldest. This one stands alone. That lady's flying a drone here because only she matters, and the rest of us can't fly drones anywhere because people like that. And that house over there, it's got a decent view. Pescadero Point.
I think this is such a beautiful area.
What area is this?
This is Ghost Trees on the 17-mile drive.
This is a pretty spectacular drive.
It's worth $6 or $7 or whatever it was.
And divided by 4.
That's
I think
fair,
we could
yeah.
fit it into our travel budgets,
Explains the Venmo request.
you know.
The drive home was also scenic, and we took comfort in that the whole trip was financed from the contents of the swear jar.